New Zealand Rugby has staged finals in the National Provincial Championship since 1992. And in that first year, Waikato were the winners here in Hamilton. In the 14 years since, Waikato haven't been able to repeat that success. And their opponents tonight in the final, Wellington, have also had just the one moment of triumph in 2000. Tonight's Air New Zealand Cup final brings together the top qualifying side Waikato with a team that has found form at the right time, Wellington. It also brings together 18 past or present All Blacks in what should be a showpiece rugby occasion. Weather conditions couldn't be better, really. Fine overhead, just a light breeze blowing, ground conditions absolutely perfect, and a sellout crowd here at Waikato Stadium. Nemaya Tialata acting the goat on the sideline, but he's not playing in the match tonight. He's been a talking point all week, but Wellington won't have the services of their All Black tight head prop in this match tonight. Joined by former All Black John Drake, and Drakey, should be a marvellous rugby occasion. Yes,
I think so. The two best teams in the competition, they've made the final, and for me it'll just be the little things. It'll be the accuracy, line out throwing and line out and ruck and maul time. That might be the difference because they're two very evenly matched sides.
So Wellington, who will play from left to right in the first half, led out by Shannon Paku in his 50th game. And in the big games, you expect the big-time players to stand out, and that's what Wellington are looking to from Jerry Collins. As a 19-year-old, he won the title in 2000, one of just 3 players remaining from that team. Collins has been in vintage form recently. So was fellow All Black Rodney So'oiaro last week, another who was in the championship winning side 6 years ago. No Tialata, John Swalga is in. And when it comes to experience, it's hard to go past Tana Umaga. The former All Black captain has been wearing the Wellington colours for over a decade. It's his 4th final, and so far just the 2000 title to show for it. Match winners in that Wellington team right across the board. And that is the reserve bench. Chris Marsoe still can't get into the starting lineup for Wellington tonight. So Waikato will play from right to left. Let's go sideline. Ian Smith is down there. Smithy, any wind at all?
Maybe a little bit of a zephyr just behind the backs of Waikato, who won the toss incidentally. Yeah, they're playing right to left in this boat, but honestly, the conditions absolutely perfect. This lock sand surface has been a winner since the first moment they lay it down. That's going to provide an absolutely brilliant occasion. Listen to this, Stephen Bates in Waikato.
Well, 3 of this Waikato forward pack played in the 2002 final, which was won here in Hamilton by Auckland. One of those was Keith Robinson, who staged a remarkable comeback this season after injuries that threatened to ruin his career. The former All Black has been outstanding of late, and so too have the others in that 2002 final, John O'Gibbs and Marty Holler. And Mills Muliaina knows all about winning the big prize. In fact, he came here 4 years ago as part of Auckland's winning side. The All Black fullback has been in tip-top form this season, and his backline incursions will likely cause Wellington plenty of anxiety. And like their opposites, Waikato had brilliance in their backline right across the board and a strong bench. And now we're going to have the national anthem sung by 17-year-old Rachel Alapati from Tokoroa. beautifully sung. Rachel Alapati from Tokoroa, just 17 years of age, with the national anthem, and the scene is well and truly set now for the 2006 Air New Zealand Cup final. Bryce Lawrence is tonight's referee, with Gary Wise and Kelvin Deaker to run the sidelines, and Keith Brown upstairs to look after the television match decisions. Well, the players have had all week to think about this. Now, Drake, it's time to go.
Yeah, all the team talks and all the practice is over for the year for these guys, or most of them. Someone can go away with the All Blacks. First few minutes will be crucial. Who can put their stamp on the game?
Bryce Lawrence checks with everybody. Everybody is ready, and Piri Wepu gets the 2006 final underway, and it didn't go the 10 metres, but it's been claimed by Waikato anyway. And the ball is there for Byron Kelleher. An early kick by Stephen Donald, and an awkward bounce as Sivivatu comes thumping in, and the ball lost forward. Smith has got to his feet again. Wellington lost the ball, and Waikato running it out into centre field. Muliaina, and held up just near the 22, and Wellington looking to hold it up off the ground. Not able to do so though, as Bates looks to spin out of a tackle. 14. It's there again for Kelleher. Used the blind side most effectively last week against Otago, and plugging it down there again. Trapped in the back of the maul there, Craig West. And this is a good start by Waikato.
Stay 14!
Slowly, just moving it, edging it forward. Now it's been turned over though, and away comes So'ialo. Wellington running it out, and they've got an opportunity here. Knocked away by Umaga and knocked on. It didn't look as though he was expecting the pass. In fact, he didn't even get his hands to the ball.
No, straight off his body. Well, the bounce of the ball, the kick from Donald, it bounced awkwardly. Sivivatu, he cleaned out the Wellington player, and they took advantage. They'll be disappointed they lost that ruck and maul, I think. Waikato, they were starting to set something. A lot of talk before the game about Tialata. Well, he's not there, but this is a great opportunity for Waikato. Midfield, they can go both ways. Just look at Sivivatu. Well, he's directly behind the scrum. In there in the pocket, if you can see him.
No, waiting. Crouch and hold.
Kahu is out on this left wing side.
Stay down, 7.
As Waikato look to work an early move. Lauaki goes for a run. Runs into Collins. And it'll be there for Waikato once again with Kelleher. Away for Donald. Now 10 out from the 22. Still attacking Waikato. And Wellington might have rolled them. They have. And away goes So'ialo. Slips the pass to Corey Jane. Puts it onto the boot. Muliaina going back. He's outside his 22. And trying to step a couple of players. Not able to do so though. And Waikato have to get back on defence. And the pass goes to David Hill. And the kick made by Anisi downfield. Fielded by Gopeth. And that's an awful kick by Gopeth. Straight into the arms of Anisi. And it's there for Tom Willis. Plenty of movement in the final already. As loose head prop Craig West takes it into the setup. Just on the Wellington side of halfway, and Kelleher away for Donald. Heaves it out into midfield. Wellington's defence let them down rather badly in the first game between these two sides.
Scrum.
And he's going to put a scrum down. And there's been plenty of movement early on, John.
Yeah. Smithy, early impression, 2 turnovers for Wellington. That'll be disappointing for Waikato. They're getting isolated in the tackle area.
Yeah, 2 moments of indecision too from Wellington from that turnover ball. Once from Umaga. I mean, why he never took that pass. It literally did hit him in the breadbasket. Isn't that where you're supposed to aim it? And then the strange kick from Jimmy Gopeth. So, Drakey, there are plenty of nerves here, plenty of early mistakes.
Don't walk off.
Waikato scrum. And Wepu's got through, and he's disrupted it. Now it's been knocked on by Wellington. So Waikato will get another shot at this.
Untidy, guys. Blocks forward 9 black. Red scrum.
Wepu did a very good job early on, then tried to pick it up and knocked it on.
Yes, he arrested Loaki, didn't he? Just the communication between Loaki. Kelly wasn't there. Nothing wrong with that. And there's a wee knock on. Probably picked up by the touch judge. Waikato scrum looking reasonably solid though.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, thanks very much for the advice.
I was just going to say, Smithy, a lot of talk out there, and I heard Lawrence in the back play. I think he's telling Umaga to keep his mouth shut.
Well, they'll try Bryce Lawrence, won't they? This is a huge occasion for him, and there's a lot of experience in the playing department.
Stay behind the ball. Well done.
This time Loaki gets it cleanly to Kelleher, who tries to step his way past Herring, but he's taken 5 metres on his own side of halfway. Loaki well and truly contained. Now John O'Gibbs dropped onto the boot, but easily for Paku, standing outside his 22. So no real options other than to bang it off downfield, where Sivi Vatu, always a danger. Now it's with Mills Muliaina, who's another danger. They're all over the place. Now Nonu in a bit of space. Waikato don't want to let him get free. And he's 20 metres out from the 22. And there's no sign of a halfback at this stage, so Luke Andrews has to heave it away. Gopeth dropping it in behind. Maybe that's a sign of things to come with that flat Waikato defence. As Waikato have grabbed it, and now Loaki got his pass back, but it's loose. Now it's with Kelleher. Donald forced onto his left boot. And once again, it's down to Paku in oodles of space here. Looking to run it out across to Nonu in a little bit of room. Looking to get away from Hill, does so. And then he runs into a good tackle, but he's still going, Nonu. Lays it back. And here's Umaga as Wellington start to spread it a bit. Quick hands required. That might have gone forward. No, not called. And here's a charge coming up from Luke Andrews as Swolga hands it off. Now Soialo. Wellington's first real raid in this game. And they're 15 metres out with Wepu now. And Filippo looking to straighten it. Tried to offload. Ball bounces back. And it's into the arms of Wepu. Waikato now having to defend.
Stay here, 3. Leave it on the ground, leave it.
Ball slowly for Collins. He's got John Swolga, the big tight head prop, and there's plenty of him.
7 holding.
And he's got Marty Holler here, but Filippo is charging on. There's the goal line. Here now is Mahonri Swolga. Conrad Smith looking to free it, but it's a penalty. He was playing an advantage. And Wellington, I would imagine, will have a shot here.
Well, it was good play from Swolga in particular. He's the guy who got over the advantage line. I think he might have targeted back. And once he did, behind the defensive line, Holler didn't have much choice. Look, he goes through there, beats the first tackle. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been one of the front rowers that got them on the front foot. There's Nonu breaking away. But this is some pretty average kicking, Smithy, from Waikato, you'd have to say. They've really given Paku a couple of easy chances so far.
Well, if they want to play this way, Waikato, they're going to put themselves under immense pressure, because this is a dream for Wellington. Broken play situations, freeing up the likes of Nonu out wide to bust tackles. They'll take the 3 points here, and Waikato should be behind the goal line saying to themselves, we have had opportunities to field position, which we have blundered. 2 turnovers and at least 2 poor kicks.
Yeah, well, if the pressure is on Stephen Donald, they've got a great guy outside him, David Hill, who can kick the ball, and I think that's what they've got to do. They've got to move it one wide and take the pressure off their kicker.
First kick of the match, and Jimmy Gopeth lands the penalty goal, and Wellington have the early lead in the final by 3 points to 0.
Well, that's a good start for Wellington too, because when you come to a stadium like this, which everyone is so close to the action, you want to try and take that crowd support out to a large degree. They've just done it in a wee way.
David Hill gets us going again. Wepu lining this one up. Away it goes to Collins. Collins will charge at the Waikato players. Now Wepu. Oh, it's bounced away and it's loose. Snapped up by Gopeth, and he got the kick away in the end.
I'm wondering if that was off his own player. That accidentally offside, I'm not sure. Anyway, Waikato will get the line out. both of these sides. They get lots of numbers to the rucks and the mauls, and that's important. They like doing that. They like getting quick ball for themselves and slowing down the opposition ball. Just look here for Wellington. They're great at going across the line, although it doesn't look like they're going to compete. It looks like they're just going to try and sack the jumper.
Jono Gibbs brings it down for Waikato. And it's been lost in there. So a bit of a chat between Keith Robinson and Jono Gibbs. Just didn't quite work out. The throw was good. The catch was good. It went a bit wrong after that.
Bit too high. You need to sweep straight to deck.
Engage. Stay here. Stay here.
Wepu fires it back, and Gopeth clears it off downfield, getting a little more distance this time, and takes play just out from the 22. 10 minutes gone, and 3 points to nil. Jimmy Gopeth the penalty.
Full line out from Waikato. I just want to get their set pieces, get them moving, get some confidence in there early.
A throw towards the back. Marty Holler didn't really have to jump. It landed in his arms, and Waikato have it safely though.
Stay black 6.
West runs into Collins, who doesn't yield any ground to him. Kelleher now, oh, and he's left it behind and knocked it on. Well, there's been a few mistakes from Waikato early on.
Yeah, they're coming from pressure. For me, from Wellington pressure. You can just see a pat on the back for Joe McDonnell. They are competing. As I said before, look at them smashing in, just upsetting it. There's the little knock on there. Plenty of Waikato shirts, but just the pressure from Wellington.
Waiting, crouch and hold. Engage. Stay here. Up we come.
Scrum just going down in the front rows.
And that's interesting too. And Schwalger, I rate this guy. He's not bad, but just looked like he was folding in a wee bit there. I mean, folding in, he just heads inside. A loose head prop from Waikato. He's just trying to drive him through. Referee's there. Normally you get a penalty when this happens, Nisba.
Now Wepu feeds it back. And once again, Gopeth onto the boot. This one is drifting back in field, and it's claimed by Muliaina. Sivivatu, and it was a poor pass, and Sivivatu couldn't deal with it, but it was dropping at his bootlaces, and another mistake.
Well, Smithy, you commented that Waikato were here very early for this game. They don't look like they're playing with confidence at the moment.
Well, they look like they might have played it in their mind several times already, because they've been beaten around the fringes. Rodney Soalo in particular has been very strong, and he's been all over Kelleher in terms of trying to clear the ball and make those trademark breaks.
Yes, Soalo feeding it off to Wepu. Fires the pass off to Corey Jane, and came off the boot of Sidavini Sivivatu. So this time it's a Wellington line out. I think it's their first of the game.
And I thought this was cleverly done. They manipulated this well, and Corey Jane was still on the outside. Sivivatu had come in. The pass didn't get there, but Wepu was looking for it. Clever play from Wellington, I thought. Not a lot of blind to use, but they did it pretty well.
Problem for Wepu, looks like the left ankle. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Ice being applied at the moment. Both back lines congregating the odd chat. I would imagine Jono Gibbs and Stephen Bates in the hierarchy in Waikato would be just saying, look, fellas, let's just be a little bit more inward thinking here. Let's perhaps not get carried away with these bells and this atmosphere, and let's do the basics right, the thing that all these people paid to come and see, because at the moment we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah, well, in these kind of games, you've got to build into it. You've got to set your platform and then just slowly create things. I think they're starting in too much of a hurry, if you like. Quicker pace, maybe they're not used to it, I'm not sure. They've got enough big game players, though.
Hey, there it is.
Right down, Jono!
Thank you.
Low Swalger to throw deep in the line out. It's been tipped on the Wellington side, but it's been stolen by Holler. So Wellington's first line out didn't work. It's there for Kelleher. Feeds it off to Donald. He immediately gets rid of it. The kick is made through by David Hill. And it's into touch. Wellington up very flat. Quickly thrown as Soialo gives it back, and Wellington trying to move it down that near touchline. And Waikato looking to throw quickly as well.
I don't think Waikato will be too upset about the result of that. They'll get the throw in now. And just from that move, they did move it just a bit wider to Hill. Donald's kicking style is interesting. He does kick a low trajectory and prone to get the odd charge down. Maybe that's something Wellington's looking at as well.
Waikato backline spread from one side of the field to the other with Sivivatu on this near touchline. As Robinson takes it down cleanly, and Waikato put on a drive, and it's a good one too, held in the back by Nathan White. Now Kelleher plugs it away down the blind side. Nonu going back and calling for the mark, although I'm not sure Bryce Lawrence with this din would have ever heard it. You would just assume that a mark was taken.
Yeah, you're right.
Much more balanced play though that time. Good decision from Kelleher. Okay, the kick a little deep, but if they want to put pressure on someone, perhaps Nonu is the man. Maybe kicking back and looking over his shoulder. He handled it well on that occasion, but he's not known for kicking downfield that often. I think they've got to kick the corners a little bit more, Waikato. Put some pressure on, because at the moment it's just self-imposing stuff.
Good throw again as it's taken down this time by Bates. So here comes Waikato again, and a big gap opens up. Passes up, and Kahui's going to score the opening try.
Well, you can practice all you like, but look at this. Lovely move. Umaga came in, that created the space. It was still a 50-50 pass. Very average defence, wasn't it, from Nonu and Paku. Kahu, well, he's done it all year. He's Johnny on the spot again, Smithy.
Well, David Hill was the player who was perhaps slipping the ball and taken out as the end result. He took for an age to get up. He's going to take the kick. But he was the player left prone when Kahui finished it off under the post. But obviously, a set move from a good line-out take from Keith Robinson, and all of a sudden Waikato back on the board. But they just looked like they might have settled it down since that penalty which they conceded, and said, look, this is not our style. This can't be our style if we want to win this. But there was a big hit on Hill in midfield, and that obviously prized that gap open.
David Hill's picked himself up off the ground and looking to convert this try, the first of the match, and he does so. 7 points to 3. Richard Kahui's 8th try of the season. He's the leading try scorer in the competition.
So just look at this. Look at the way Umaga comes up very, very quickly. He's out of the line. You can see Smith. He's not up so quick, and that's where the gap is. Gee, that was average defence from the winger and fullback for Wellington.
Wepu again, the short restart, and Robinson goes up and claims it. He's so good at these set pieces, lays it back, and Kahui is in pretty close to the action.
There it is.
And the ball is on the ground there.
No, Tana.
Goppeth looked to go after it, but got called back.
9, stay back.
It's going to be there for Kelleher eventually. Now he gets it back. That's a long kick by Stephen Donald. Nonu waiting for the bounce. At least it's Soialo waiting for the bounce. Drops it into no man's land. Now it's Muliaina. Plenty of black jerseys there.
Leave it black 8.
Waikato staying blindside with Lauaki. Runs into Nonu. Can't shake him off. And down he goes. But he's held it back nicely. Now Holler off to Robinson.
Release red.
He rolled on his back, but he didn't let it go. Yep. It was a very difficult situation. He was dumped on his back and couldn't let it go.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he was expecting the ball. I think he would have been happier if Holler had just taken it up. He was flat-footed.
The line.
It's not the kind of bloke who complains, though, is he?
Shot.
No.
There again, though, Waikato crying out for a cool head. Someone behind that ruck situation to say, give it to me, let's get out of here. And all of a sudden, through indecision once more and players not being prepared, they're going to concede another 3.
The least penalised team in the competition up until this point, Waikato, but already Jimmy Gopperth has converted 1 penalty tonight. And through goes another one, so that's a second penalty, and Waikato's lead now down to 1.
Waikato 7, Wellington 6.
Joe McDonnell very sore, Drakey. Very sore.
Yeah, and is it the
lower back? Lower back, yeah.
Oh, gee. Okay, we'll keep an eye on it.
Another high kickoff to be claimed by Wepu. Decides to go back the other way and makes a good kick.
He'll be gone, Drakey.
Yeah, I've just been watching him. He's not good. He tried to run there. He's asked for a sub.
Waikato win the line out.
Leave it 8 black.
There it is again for Byron Kelleher. Now Donald. Stephen Bates trying to roll his way through a couple of tackles. Waikato once again happy to work the blind side. Ball is there. And it must have been a knock-on in there. And he's in his real problems here for Joe McDonnell.
Well, he won't be keen to go to a scrum, that's for sure, so he'll want to break. Very impressed so far, Smithy, with Wellington in the ruck and maul time. Look at this, they're getting numbers there quickly, and then they're driving in over the top of the ball. Yeah, so the referee's interpreting it the way he is, and they're saying, okay, bit of a free-for-all, we're going in there.
Yeah, well, McDonnell makes his way to the sideline, so Anthony Peronese, a big moment for him. He was thinking about perhaps putting his feet up, and then all of a sudden Tialata pulled out, so Ingen Swalga, which puts him in the hot spot now, so we'll see what impact this has on the Wellington scrum. But I think Wellington look a lot more comfortable in this game at the moment, Drakey. They're spoiling better, they're stronger around the fringes, and they certainly look a little bit more threatening wide out. So Waikato, a home advantage at the moment, I don't think it's really working for them.
Head up nice and high.
Anthony Peronese is on then in just his 3rd game.
No locks for black. Crouch and hold. Waitsy. 3.
So it looks like Peronese's come onto the tight head side, pushing John Swalga across to the loose head.
No locks, black. Crouch and hold. Engage. Stay behind the ball. Stay in closer. Stay in closer.
Front row's coming up, and off goes Kelleher, looking to step his way past Nonu. He gets nailed from behind by Collins. And there it is for Robinson to feed it off. Willis.
Leave it.
Ball is there once again. Waikato looking better when they get the ball away from the collision areas.
Quiet.
And this time Wellington penalised.
Man and the ball.
I think it was Umaga, was it, or was it Gopperth? But I thought Umaga had done very well here. I thought he'd actually made Anisi fall the wrong way. But they've been pushing it, you'd have to say, at the ruck and Willies. Umaga's a bit of a grin on his face.
Well, Umaga was actually beaten by the in-pass from Kahui, so he did exceptionally well to turn around and become a big factor in that tackle.
No kick at goal here from David Hill. Instead, drilling the ball down to within 12 metres of the line.
Waikato taking their time to get there. Full line out it'll be, I'm sure.
No, leave him, he's all right. Stop cuddling
22 minutes gone, first half. Waikato on attack with Tom Willis to throw. Players coming and going. In the end, it's into the arms of Lauaki, and away goes the drive, but the ball's been lost again.
Well, they lost it. I think they're a bit lucky too, because I thought there was a bit of truck and trailer in there. They'd certainly created the space with the ball. They get it very quickly. If you look at this, Lauaki takes it and they shift the direction of it just around there, and that's when it drops down. And Soiala, well, he's saying he's taken out with the truck and trailer. It didn't matter.
Stay. Up we come.
Well, this is a test on the new front row, isn't it? A defensive put-in.
Hold it. Locks in, come on. Crouch and hold. Engage. Stay here. Go.
It's a rather swirling scrum, and Soiala has to snap it up. Takes it to ground now, and there was a collapse maul.
I thought Soiala had done quite well, but Holler got his mitts on it with Lauaki. They held him up just long enough for Lawrence to say it's going to be there, and Kelleher was in there as well. And you can just see Holler, he's got his hands on it at that stage, and he goes to deck, so the ball probably doesn't go there. Lawrence blows it up.
Wait, please. Locks in. Hold only. Engage. Stay here. Stay here. Hold on.
Now Kelleher, away it goes for Donald. Runners coming from everywhere. It's David Hill who straightens it up.
Leave it 10.
Now Kelleher gets it away. Nisi taken in a copybook tackle by Conrad Smith.
There it is. Hold.
Ball is there though.
Stay here.
Midway 22 and goal line as Waikato go again. Now it's with Kelleher. Lauaki using his bulk, gets through a couple of tackles, leaves it behind for Kelleher. They've got a bit of a chance here. Good tackle though by Gopeth. And the ball there for Jono Gibbs. Away to Holler. Holler going straight ahead. He's got some support. Now can he get it down? It's held up.
Scrum 5.
Big call by Bryce Lawrence, but he was right on the spot to make it.
Yeah, he was right there, and sometimes you prefer if he does make a decision like that. Clever stuff from Waikato though, Smithy. I like the way they got quick ball right from Willis at the top of the screen in the first ruck.
Yeah, Willis did well actually. He made some valuable yards for them, and then they had numbers out wide, but Lauaki decided to go up the middle as you would expect. He made ground as well, and then they featured on this left-hand side through Holler. They're starting to work very well, and they get the penalty. Scrum pressure, Drakey.
No. Walking round and then up. Get back. No, here it is. Stepping round.
Ball is on the mark. And Artie Holler. So it's got to be a line out.
Well, they're going for it. They butchered a couple of line-outs. Well, scrum pressure, not quite, Smithy, but Wellington, they're unfamiliar players in unfamiliar positions. They tried to wheel it, and they got caught.
Gary, please.
Lobbed in.
That's fine.
Gibbs goes to ground. So the drive is off at the moment, but they'll have another crack at it for sure. There it is. Lauaki looks like he wants to snap it up. Firstly, it's Holler. A good drive by Marty Holler. Now they're going to have another crack. Kelleher looking to send it wide. Gets it back on the inside. Willis has taken though. Wants them to go to the blind side. That's the way Kelleher's signalling at the moment. Now he gets it to the blind side, and Jerry Collins absolutely nails the ball carrier, but Waikato still going.
Leave it!
Ball is right there. Another dive at the line. Try.
Kelleher, I think. Well, we've talked a bit about Waikato knocking the ball on and making unforced errors. This was brilliant play from them. All the passes stuck and the determination. Well, he rolled a bit there, got away with it. Look at the numbers, they piled on over the top. Showed his strength. He got through Umaga on that one, Kelleher, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Well, finally they make impact round the fringes, Wellington, and it's Kelleher that finishes it off. I thought they were going to go left where they had Luaki matched up against Corey Jane on the touchline, but Luaki came infield, which created the second maul situation. But as you would expect, Kelleher looking to make some sort of inroads against Kiriwepu tonight, and he'll enjoy that.
So the Byron Kelleher try as Donald made the initial run, and then it was all strength, twisting and turning and getting it in.
Under used the post as well. Yeah, used the post as well just to hinder the tackle.
Wepu's restart this time a little bit further. Now it's with Lauaki. Makes good ground this time. 5 out from the 22. Kelleher. Kelleher's got some support from Nathan White. Referee was playing an advantage. Wellington got themselves offside. Now here they come again. This one's been knocked away and knocked on in actual fact.
I like that from Bryce Lawrence. That was a penalty infringement, but a very short advantage because Waikato had their chance.
Scrum.
Scrum now, let's work.
Yeah, I agree, Smith. And as long as he's consistent with that, the players will read it and they'll use it. You won't have guys just milking it.
Nothing stupid, please. No locks. Crouch and hold. Engage.
Now it's Wepu, not a good pass. Gopeth had to tidy up.
And off 7. It's 5. Same time.
And it's been turned over, I think. Probably Marty Holler under all of that. Donald's. And Donald's kick bouncing and nicely judged.
Well, that was a classic from Holler, because Lawrence was actually telling him to get off the ball, but it all happened too quickly, even for the referee. Look at this, down and up. Gopeth won't be too happy with that.
Ten minutes remaining in the first half. Line-out calls difficult to convey with the din. Swalga throws, taken in by Andrews. Waikato attacking the line-out. Not so much the jumper, but pushing Wellington back. Wepu feeds, and Gopeth clears.
Dixie. Step, please.
Willis tipped by Robinson. And a floating pass. Waikato charging Lauaki. Just about got away from Collins, who just held on in the finish. Now Willis. Kelleher again working blindside for Bates. They bring it across to one side, which opens up the far side as Willis slips the pass to Stephen Donald. Lauaki down in back play, as you can see, as Kelleher goes on an excursion. Back to Kahui, taken by Filippo in the tackle. Now here's big Keith Robinson. Turnover ball. And this is where Wellington can be a bit dangerous, and off goes Smith. Just on the Wellington side of halfway. As Wellington look to move it. Soialo holds it up and puts the foot down. Soialo in the clear now with Nonu. Nonu going for the post. He's under the bar.
Well, absolutely outstanding for Wellington and broken play. And there's Rodney Soialo. He's the guy who did it. He straightened up the attack, and he also showed a lot of pace. Waikato defence, well, it was zigzagged actually. You can just see them. There's a couple of forwards out there inside. Well, he beat Kahui, didn't he? Or was that Hill? I'm not sure. Nonu well. Close the gate.
Double trouble too for Waikato. Loaki anything but good now. Who missed this tackle? He stepped inside. Yeah, it was the Kahui that he sold the dummy to, and the covering player just couldn't get there. And then she's all over Nonu.
Jimmy Gopeth to convert. Back to a one-pointer. Soialo made the break. Nonu finished 14-13.
And it did come from a turnover. They're so good at this. They exploit the opposition. They're a team that if you actually lose one at the ruck and more, they'll really have a go at you.
And back play, just trying to run it off Loaki. It looks like a right knee situation. It's already got a bit of strapping around the bottom of it.
Hill makes the kickoff. Here's Collins from the pass by Wepu, throwing himself at the Waikato forward pack. Wepu lobs the pass back to Gopeth, and that's off the side of the boot. They came charging at him. 2 or 3 of the Waikato forwards put him under some pressure.
Here you are. Black at the front. Just watch your angle and shred the tackle.
Waikato certainly kicking for distance, particularly Stephen Donald.
Hold it! You've got to be in the line out, please. You're acting as a second half back. In.
Willis throws. Clean ball again. Donald running, still running. Spinning out of a couple of tackles.
And off!
Slow ball for Kelleher, and too slow.
Hold it! Hold it!
Well, Drakey, they're starting to put the heat on Jimmy Gopeth, Waikato. Luaki ran straight through him, and then that occasion he just managed to hang on, but under immense pressure.
Yeah, and also the problem they've got is Umaga's coming up very quickly as well. And yeah, you're right, because Herring's running past. Herring's assuming he's going to do the business on the inside. Jerry Collins, I thought he did very well there to slow the ball down. He did it legally, I guess. The scrum in midfield, pretty exciting stuff for Waikato again.
Well, this might be Jerry Collins down on the deck. Takes a fair bit to put him down and keep him down.
He was the player that had to come over the top and finally try and finish off Stephen Donald, and it looks like he's fallen awkwardly. Of course, Waikato, if Loaki has got problems, they've got Liam Messam on the bench. So there's plenty of talent there.
Just look at the tackles he's done, 10 already, and some of those have been crucial. Just before, when Loaki was on the rampage and he tidied that up, here he is there, he gets it. Oh yeah, he just gets pushed, and then one of his own players does enough to slow it down. Let's hope he gets up. A few other guys on the ground, Nisbo, hoping he gets up, I guess. 3 wise men.
Well, that's right, exactly. All Black team announced tomorrow morning, of course, live on Sky.
Crouch and hold.
5 minutes remaining.
My fault.
First half.
Black, if your locks are coming in late, hold please. And you get
Waikato have been an outstanding first half team. Well, they've been an outstanding team, but particularly in the first half throughout this season. Now Aki's going to dig this out. Oh, it's slow, very slow. But he's going to end up with a penalty.
Flat, leave it.
Even though he probably didn't, well, he almost made a mistake. Here's a run by Bates. Ball laid back for Kelleher. He's still playing the advantage as it floats out here as Muliaina has a crack at the defence. Wellington will be keen to kill that one off and maybe concede the 3.
I just wonder, Luaki, yeah, he was very slow, and they wanted that ball quickly. Waikato, you had Sivivadu and a couple of the other flyers heading to the top of the screen. They were looking for that referee's corner. The ball just came too slowly. He doesn't seem right either, Smithy, Luaki.
No, he's far from right. He's around his right knee. There's a bandage around under the patella, the knee joint there. And that is the leg that he's favouring quite badly. And no way Joe McDonnell will be back. So Wellington, he looked pretty bad. So if Wellington lost another prop, we might find ourselves in one of those horrible situations, Drakey. Those golden oldie scrums. So let's cross fingers that doesn't happen.
David Hill converts the penalty. 17 points to 13. Waikato have the lead, and we're 3 minutes out from halftime.
Well, there's McDonnell, and I guess Warren Gatlin, he'll just be keen to keep Loaki on until halftime so he can really assess it. There's no blood, he doesn't want to get him off.
Wellington with their 2 first-string props out of the match as Wepu kicks it off. Taken down by Gibbs. Hands it off to Bates.
Now leave it for Blake.
Kelleher again bangs it high. And this might drift into touch. It does. And so back they go to 5 metres out from the 22.
Here's an opportunity for Wellington. Go for a big line out. You'd probably target Loaki, see where he is, and throw to him. He's down the back of the line out. Give him an opportunity. I know he's going to move up the front. They're going to try and hide him. But they're going to put him at halfback. Not a bad idea, Waikato.
Wellington haven't created too many opportunities in the first half. Filippo takes it in, but it's not straight.
Well, it's a lost opportunity, really.
Waiting. Crunch and hold. Engage.
He's on the Waikato scrum this time as Holler snaps it up. And he's taken by Herring, but he's cleverly freed it up. Marty Holler. Back for Donalds. He's kicking it straight down to Paku. And Paku looking to get under this himself as it's taken down by
10-metre circle.
Jono Gibbs, but Wellington were offside.
Play on.
Kelleher chased and hit high tackles. Well, one hit high tackle anyway.
He went straight at Nonu, didn't he? And Nonu fell for it. And he's only about 6 metres back.
Yeah, take your pick, really, wasn't it, Smithy?
Take him back. Take him back. Take him back. There's not a lot in that, but it's high, okay? You know where the tackle zone is, shoulders and below. Okay? 10 metres. Hey,
Guess that's
I was going to offer you the scrum back there, but he took it quickly.
So it all adds up to a penalty for Waikato. About 8 metres on their own side of halfway. Clock ticking up towards 40 minutes.
Well, that's the end of it, though. I think he'd had a go at him already, Nonu. And he wouldn't be wanting to do that either.
Tom Willis. And that didn't look too straight either, to be honest.
No, it didn't, did it?
And it was lost forward was the call, but it certainly wasn't straight either.
They've been a mess, Strakey, the lineouts, haven't they? Even the ones that have been secured, the ball's been turned over.
Yeah, well, Wellington's very good at an opposition lineouts. They close up the gaps and they compete.
Crouch and hold. Engage.
Waikato looking to put some heat on this last scrum as Soialo has it. Now he gets it back to Wepu, who's kicked it straight into the opposition. And it's now in touch. And Wellington pleased to get it into touch and head for the dressing room at half-time in the final. 17 points to 13, Waikato lead.
And a very slow start, really, for Waikato. I think they felt the pressure more than Wellington. Unforced errors, which really kept Wellington going. Wellington on the break, they got some turnovers, which was important for them. They showed a bit more enterprise, I guess, but then Waikato just got their A-game going. Lovely try, a set-piece try, which got them back in the groove, if you like, and then the forward started driving. Holler, I thought, was very impressive. They started targeting Gopper in close in the ruck and the maul, and in the end, that paid off. They scored some points, but, gee, Wellington have hung in here, and one thing's for sure, high attrition rate first half, a lot of guys going off injured.
Kahui and Kelleher, the try scorers for Waikato, with Nonu replying for Wellington, and at half-time, Waikato lead by 17-13. Finals day in New Zealand Provincial Rugby, and a spectacular fireworks display at half-time here at Waikato Stadium. Earlier today, Poverty Bay winning the Lahore Cup, and Wairarapa Bush the Meads Cup. And now up for grabs the Air New Zealand Cup as Tana Umaga leads Wellington back onto the park. It's a Wellington side, Drakey, that is behind in both possession and territory, and they're things that they need to address.
Yes, well and truly. I just wonder if they kick it so much. They've kicked it a lot, they've kicked it out. I think they thought their line out might be a bit better. Tana Umaga, he just had a chat with Bryce Lawrence. He's desperate. All his experience will be needed in the second half. They've just got to calm things down. They've got enough ability if they can hang on to the ball.
And Smithy, teams coming back, and I think there's quite a significant change for Waikato.
Yeah, Sione Lauaki will take no further part. As I watch now, he's in the dugout. They're just strapping ice to it. Looks like just above the ankle, really. So he's got a bit of a knock there, and he just didn't recover. He tried to run it off. So Liam Messamon, who's had such a great season anyway, so while they might lose a bit of bulk, they won't lose too much in skill factor. So Liam Messamon for Waikato, and that, of course, will be in jersey 19.
Warren Gatlin has had that dilemma all season. 4 good loose forwards. Time on, second half in the final, as David Hill gets us started down as far as Jimmy Gopeth, and he's got time to turn and bang it down to Waikato's territory by about 5 metres. So play to start from a line out.
Good restart from Wellington.
Guys, biggest step down. Biggest step down.
Tom Willis goes short to Robinson, and they did well, Waikato. Caught Wellington short, very close to the line, and they get a penalty. Against Ross Filippo.
Well, this was clever. And Robinson took it short and just trundled up the field. I actually thought the Wellington players had done quite well. I think he went to deck. Well, is he saying he's off his ground? He wasn't a tackle, I don't know.
Well, Filippo seemed to get that straight away, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying, yeah, but let's not talk about those penalties.
So Willis throws again. This time Robinson a more conventional style. Kelleher struggles to control it, then throws an average pass. Sivi Vadu got his arms through. Now Hill charging, gets it away to Kahui. And they keep coming to this near side with Donald. And then it breaks down. And snapped up by Nonu. And the ball lost forward by Waikato.
Well, this was stunning, wasn't it, from Sivi Vadu? Look at this. Frees it up. Well, Nonu had to make the tackle. I think it was okay. It wasn't early.
Ball kicked through by Waikato, and a dive, and a possible try here.
Kelleher thinks he's beaten Wepu to the punch here, and he may well have done it. He was certainly lower to the ground.
Brownie, are you there?
Waikato 100% confident. They've just notched up 5.
Can you just check that number 9, Red, didn't lose the ball forward before he grounded it?
Kelleher and Wepu.
Yeah, that's a try. and because Weepu's waiting for the ball to go over the line so he can force it dead. Kelleher doesn't have to worry about that. He can just let his momentum go. I think that's a try.
Yeah, I don't think Kelleher's hands actually touch the ball till he's over the line anyway. It's his chest.
Yep. I'm more interested in the kick through the scrum though, Smithy. Yeah. I don't think he can do that, but they can't rule on it. Well, the TMO can't rule on it, should I say.
Yep. Thank you.
So the try given to Byron Kelleher early in the second half.
Well, that's crucial. But look at this here. Is it Marty Holler? He kicks it through. I don't think he can do that. Whether Lawrence thought it was just the hook, I'm not sure. You do what you can get away with, though, I guess, Nisbo.
Well, absolutely.
Wellington going to the bench. Chris Marceau in 19 about to enter the game.
Here's David Hill. Lovely kick, beautiful kick. Good lead for Waikato, 11 points as Wellington make a change.
Quite clear there from that angle, wasn't it? And so was the finishing part of it. Yes, so Ben Herring in 7 makes way for Chris Marceau, who must be on that list tomorrow morning.
So the kickoff made by Wepu. Going up and tipping it back was Keith Robinson. And they've turned it over, Waikato, as Wepu gets it off to Gopeth. Having a bit of a go himself, Jimmy Gopeth, but he runs into a big wall. Now it's there for Wepu again, Collins. Looking to get under gear, and he gets it off to Swalger, John Swalger that is, as Wellington look to hit back from that early second half setback. And a penalty against Kahui here. Now it'll be interesting to see Wellington's attitude. Waikato's been to go for the line out. Wellington might have a different view of the final. No, they don't.
Well, it came from a very good reception of a restart from Keith Robinson, and then Stephen Bates under pressure turned the ball over. So Waikato again, like in the start of the first half, putting themselves under unnecessary pressure.
Trying to get the calls through to the thrower. It's not easy. Andrews goes early. Gets it off to Wepu. It's untidy ball. Wepu strong enough to shrug away from one defender. Ball there now for Mahonri Swalger to drive on it. 7 metres away. Haven't seen a great deal of the Wellington backs in action tonight as they take another metre or two. Liam Messam getting himself on the wrong side. Now they sling it off. Corey Jane, who hasn't had much to do tonight. Here's Paku. Looking to slip the pass, does so. Wellington trying to keep it alive through Nonu. Gets rid of David Hill. And Wepu goes one way, then the other. Umaga has to tidy up. Now Wepu. Here's Smith getting himself involved close in. A lot of Wellington players away on the right-hand side, but they're a good deal of distance as Filippo makes some ground. Now Marceau, fresh legs on the field. Wepu getting the troops organised. Off it goes to Mo Swalger. And they're just battering away here, looking to keep going, and he's run straight into his own man.
Well, Nisbo, you made the comment about the backs. They use them once and they They were pretty static there, and then they just went back to the forwards, and I just wonder, they've got to free it up a bit more. Well, that's where it happened. Jerry ran straight into Jerry Collins, but I don't know. I'd have a go out the back if I was Wellington now.
Crouch and hold. Engage. Stay off the scrum.
Scrum fed by Kelleher. Donald looking to step his way through. In fact, it was Donald. It was Hill before. Now it's Donald making the kick. Now it's down with Taku. Gets the call from Nonu. Wants to have a bit of a burst, and away he goes. Always hard to put away. And always attracts more than one tackler. Now Gopeth. Oh, he's been stolen away from him in the tackle. There it is. Waikato turned this one over. Now Donald gets it off. And here's Holler. 5 metres on the Waikato side of halfway. As Kelleher again now to Donald. Sevi Batu looks to throw the pass. Very nearly had it taken off in there by Corey Jane. Now Nathan White. And well, Drakey, I'm sure you'd like to comment on the two props.
Not fair. Gee, there's a lot of pace in that movement until it went to the lower numbers.
Although let's
look at this. Oh no, not good.
It was Nathan White that made the tackle and the turnover on Jimmy Gopeth, so let's give him some credit.
Eight minutes gone, second half.
Shortish line out from Wellington, so they'll probably try and get it off the top and try and fix up Collins and Marceau in midfield.
Goes to Filippo, taken down by So'oialo, who goes for another one of those runs.
Get off him, six.
Just on the halfway line.
Stay.
Slow ball though. Here is Collins having a crack. Can't get the offload there though. And the ball is kicked away.
Well, the referee didn't see what we saw.
Where you go? Get out of there quicker, please.
Yeah, I think they were hard done by Waikato there. It looked like a Wellington boot kicked it.
Yeah.
Shot.
So Collins takes it in here, and he's just trying. They're trying to get very quick ball. Oh no, yeah, fair enough. Well, it's Marty Holler. Well spotted, Mr. Lawrence. He did see more than us in his boat.
On this occasion, John. Well, he's been about an 80% goal kicker all season, Jimmy Gopeth. Pretty tough one, this one.
Yeah, with this noise too. This is huge to the game for Wellington. They've made a call here that has to be rewarded.
Distance is okay, and it's over. 24 points to 16 with 10 minutes gone in the second half.
And that's important. Smithy, I could just see in the back play when he was going for the shot at goal, Umaga was talking to Wepu, and I bet you he's telling him, listen, give us a bit of ball. Give us some space.
Well, you know, when you've got the likes of a Conrad Smith and then a Nonu outside him, Umaga inside him, Conrad Smith has hardly been a factor in this match.
Long kickoff is taken by Wepu. Here's Collins, and he comes out the other side too. Wepu, and plugs it off down the touchline.
Here we are, guys.
Now Waikato's turn to go for a short line
10
out.
metres.
We've got them all out there. Sivi Vadu, he's lurking. We've got Holler, Bates.
Not such a good throw, but it falls well for Kelleher.
Leave it, Black.
And he does well to lay it back for Tom Willis.
Leave it, Black. 17.
Kelleher digs it out. Now Donalds off to Stephen Bates, the captain of Waikato. And it's well and truly tied up in there.
Guess who's at the bottom again? Jerry Collins. He's done some defensive work. Took it up just before, and then he's at the bottom of that. Marceau and him, well, they slowed it down enough.
No, I've got to get the ball first.
1, 2, 3.
Well, they got a good blind here, Waikato. With
Crotch and hold. Engage.
on Nonu.
Back 14.
Yes, I'm waiting for it,
He's
but he
all
meets
right.
Collins straight away.
Same time. Play on.
Waikato just controlling it and no more.
Leave it.
Kelleher's got it now. Off goes Donald. Slips the pass to Kahui. Umaga's gone after the ball, trying to hold him up.
Leave it now. Stay.
Kelleher once more feeds it off. Defenders coming in hard.
Back there.
Waikato keeping up the pressure though. Off it goes to Nathan White. Chased down by Marceau, but he's got an advantage here as Kelleher sends it off to Sivi Vatu. Tried to throw the pass. And it's offside.
Well, it had to be Marceau up too quickly on White.
And they didn't need that, Smithy, because they defended well. They'd just gone across the field with Waikato. You know, particularly when you're marking up against a prop, he's not going to get over the advantage line that quick.
Wonderful crowd here at Waikato Stadium tonight.
Well, why wouldn't you be the two best teams in the competition? Great night for football. So there he is. Yeah, he comes up, and I think he got the call from the touch judge.
Both goal kickers perfect tonight. Hill does it again. Replying to the earlier one by Gompin. And it's 27 points to 16.
Ripu coming up. He looks like he's giving a signal to which way he's going to kick it. I think they'd want it nice and short, wouldn't they? I don't know.
Certainly gets elevation into it. Up goes Jono Gibbs. Brings it down.
Leave it black on the ground. 5, leave it. Stay there.
Kelleher looks like he wants to kick this.
2, stay.
He's not going to be able to. And back it goes instead to Donald. Soialo waiting back. Looking to take on the opposition. Rodney Soialo got rid of Craig West as Wellington set it again. Waikato flying up in defence. A long pass. Gives a bit of space to Corey Jane. Got away from Sivi Vatu. Hardly been involved in the match tonight. Corey Jane. Now Collins. Looks to hand off Robinson. And now Wepu. Gopeth. Soialo not able, at least was it Nonu not able to get his hands to that, or he did get his hands to it, knocked it on.
Some advantage.
Now it's Kelleher starting a new attack with Stephen Donald. Advantage is over as Hill looks to make a burst. Good work from David Hill. 8 metres on the Wellington side of halfway.
Leave him.
As Gibbs hands it up.
Leave it now.
Tom Willis. Now a pass thrown away by Waikato straight into the arms of Soialo. Wrestled away by Wepu for Paku. Good kick by Paku. Sivi Vatu going back after this. Chased by Jane. Now Muliaina. And Waikato trying to launch from inside their own 22. Now here's Luke Andrews going back after it. Just on the Wellington side of halfway.
You didn't support your own body weight at the beginning. Your arms went to the ground. That's what remained your position.
Against Liam Messam.
Well, here he is here. That's where he gets penalised very early on when he flopped over the ball. But he didn't stay on his feet. Smithy, you'd have to give a big tick to the rushing defence from Waikato. They haven't managed to kind of stifle what Wellington have done in midfield.
Well, Kelleher on Nonu was the big hit that time, and that was timed to perfection.
Well, that was a dreadful line-out throw. Wellington didn't even jump on their own ball.
Go back 8. Back 10. Back. Back. Push.
Waikato had good momentum here, and then finally Kelleher puts the kick in. Played by Swalger, who made a mess of it. Then he did very well, Swalger, and off he goes on a bit of a run.
Leave it now, you're off your feet.
Wellington looking to free it quickly.
Leave it 6 red.
Paku fires it off. Umaga tried to drop the pass off. It was knocked down by Waikato. Now Paku to Umaga. Corey Jane has another go at Sivi Batu. Boy, she's willing. It's willing at the breakdown and play.
Yeah, big time. Both. Well, it's not just sets of forwards, is it? It's backs. They're all going for it. Smashing each other to bits.
No, Swalger did well there, Drakey, but took the ball with his back to the Waikato pack, and Liam Messam, he just completely shrugged him off and made good ground in field. Kelleher imploring. He's just gone into Stephen Donald to say, let's get out of here. We've got the lead. Let's get down and play in some corners.
Well, they had the opportunity, didn't they? It was Messam's kick, which really should have found touch before. And Donald's giving him a bit back. We saw Umaga before talking, and he's now talking to Gopeth. They've really got to figure out how they can get past this defence. It does rush up, but when it does rush up, it creates space on the outside, and this guy will know all about that. Maybe a missed pass to him. That might be the answer straight to Smith.
Crutch and hold. Engage. Stay off the scrum.
Sotialo tried to slip the pass, and it probably went back.
And release.
Good scrap going on for the loose ball, and Byron Kelleher just got a little bit isolated there.
He's isolated. 10 metres. Away you go. Away you go, please. Shot.
Kelleher thought he could just skirt his way out of trouble. That was a great tackle. And he was trapped all by himself. Well, they've done very well. So I don't think they should do this, Wellington. They've got to clear this kind of stuff. Amaso gets him and he's up.
Now bells ring out again. Another accurate kick from Gopeth. Goal kicking tonight, quite outstanding from Gopeth and Hill. And it's 27 points to 19, and some changes.
Well, one for Wellington, Lomi Fa'atau, and 22 for Shannon Paku. Now, I'd imagine he'll go to the right wing, and Corey Jane will slot into the fullback position. And very shortly, Waikato will go to the front row, where Aled Delmal-Monch will take the place of Craig West.
Kick-off is made. Here comes Collins again. Wepu. Once again, a powerful punt by Wepu. Takes play up towards the halfway line. 20 minutes remaining in the game. 8-point deficit. Aled Delmal-Monch might be the next man on.
Tactical substitution, bang on the 60-minute mark.
10 metres.
Willis throws. Robinson has been very good in the lineouts tonight. Holler's lost this one. Wellington looking to possibly counter-attack through Lomi Fa'atau. And going back after this, Sivi Vatu. Back for Muliaina. And the fullback has put it safely into touch.
So plenty of time for Wellington to come back. And at the moment, Smithy, there's plenty of errors out there, and it's the turnovers from both sides, which is probably keeping everyone guessing.
I think Wellington, you know, the fact that they kicked for goal, they'll feel quite patient about that. They have got some pretty cool heads there to assess that 8 points is not a hell of a lot in the modern game. But the turnover there was the tackle made by Jimmy Goffith and Chris Marsoe.
Line-out throw goes to Andrews. Here is Soialo, who's had a powerful game tonight. There for Wepu. Now it's Mo Swalga. Held up off the ground, and this might be stolen away. No, it's there. Goppeth. Change of direction. No one's chasing, though. And it looked good enough, but really nobody else knew about it.
Yeah, not too bad, though. As Smithy's just said, you know, they've got plenty of time. They've got some cool heads. That rush defence, though, gee, it's been impressive tonight. You just saw Soialo then. He looked to pass it wide. He saw the defence coming up, and he had to take it back into the maul.
Robinson, lovely work by Keith Robinson, and a nice kick too by Kelleher. Well, I guess the big question, Drakey, is will Keith Robinson's name come out of the hat tomorrow morning?
Well, I was just thinking about that. You'd have to take him, wouldn't you? As long as the body's okay. It doesn't look too bad to me.
Remarkable comeback, really. It all started about a month ago against Wellington here. Swalga throws. This time it's Filippo. Now Goppeth up to Collins, looking to crunch in midfield. Has Holler take him to ground. Soialo backs in. Now Wepu. Umaga looking to create a little bit of space, but there isn't much out there. Filippo.
Leave it now! Leave it, 7 red. Leave it, leave it. Stay.
John Swalga. Collins. Wepu looks to head down the blind side, but Marceau's in touch.
Again, Drakey, a whole host of very talented backs out right. They go left.
Yeah. Well, they had the momentum coming this way, but they didn't have the space. And with that Waikato defence, they're playing for keeps. I don't know, you just wonder when Smith's really going to get a chance out wide.
Willis throws it, and that's not straight. You could see John O'Gibbs grab that on his right shoulder. So 15 and a half minutes remaining in the final.
No ball, no locks. Crutch and hold. Engage.
Quickly came back. They weren't expecting that, but Nonu snaps it up.
Now leave it 7, off you go.
And the ball is there for Wepu. Takes it himself and delivers the pass up to Mahonri Swalga.
Leave it now. Leave it.
Very slow ball. Umaga, he's got an advantage here. There's Wepu, sends it wide again. Goppeth probing. And, well, this will be another shot at goal.
19.
And Liam Messam, again, has been penalised.
I don't think I've penalised him too many. Just stay with the decision. Shot. Shot.
Not sure what Tana was upset about there, Greg.
Oh, I think he might have been looking to where the mark was. I'm not sure. But that's where it happened. If anything, they got a bit more space, didn't they? Got a couple more metres.
This one's off the post. And Waikato are able to tidy it up. Here comes Liam Messam. And his kick is into touch. And that's the first kick to miss tonight. And we had a perfect view of that.
Wellington making a change at half-back. That'll be Matthewson. And 20 for Piriwepu.
Wellington, number 20,
So Albie Matthewson, who's had a couple of useful games, just a young fellow, comes into the final with about 13 and a half minutes remaining. Swalga throws it away though. It's happened a couple of times in the second spell.
Hind feet.
Waikato take the opportunity to lock it up in there and make some ground.
Wellington got to be careful they don't collapse this.
Stay.
Now it's there for Kelleher. Kick made by Hill, not a bad one either. Drilling it in behind. Faatau drifting back after it. He's going to try and outrun everybody here, Lomi Faatau. And away he goes. He can be dangerous, but he runs into trouble around about the 22.
Stay.
Goppeth extracting himself. Marso is the halfback, and Goppeth will be the kicker. And it's in touch right on the halfway line. Nobody wants to make a mistake now. 12 minutes remaining.
Absolutely.
Luke Marnie in 16 for Wellington in place of Mo Swalga, and for Waikato they're making a change at halfback as well. Brendan Leonard for Byron Kelleher. 2 tries tonight for Kelleher.
Both coaches getting the fresh legs in there. Gibbs goes early, and a good throw again from Willis. Waikato looking just to tighten it up here.
Well, they're committing more players here, aren't they? You can just see Collins and Co hanging off. Waikato love that.
He's fine. Fine. Away you go.
You see Jono Gibson there showing an old head. He's not the skipper on the night, but I tell you what, he's making a few calls now. Took that ball away, threw it deliberately behind the Waikato backline so no one could grab it and do anything too quickly.
Hill's kick takes play inside the 22.
Yeah, it's not a bad kick. Yeah, well, you can see Robinson. I don't know, it was one of the Swalga boys. He said he slipped. Didn't work.
Go fully into the line out, okay? Don't stand half a metre off the line out.
Full line out for Waikato, as you'd expect.
Line-out's been pretty solid from Waikato. Having said that, that's a bit messy, but Holler is able to control it. Now Willis.
Go back, go back.
Good Strong run by de Melmosh. Waikato now deciding to do the hard yakka.
No, stay.
Now it's with Leonard. Good strong surge by Waikato, edging even closer.
Leave it here.
A try here would be decisive.
Quiet. Scrum.
How about the leg strength there, Drakey, from Marty Holler?
Yeah, it's not the first time tonight, Smithy. Close to the line, he just keeps going. So they've got a scrum in midfield. They've got so many options here. Gee, they're going to stack that top of your screen, aren't they? And that's the way the scrum's going to naturally go. That'll give the advantage to Messam. If they can get some quick ball from here, it could be interesting.
Moving it off to the left. Leonard, the little halfback. Another halfback try. That might be enough for Waikato tonight.
Well, it was the inside channel, and Messam did very well. The scrum did screw the right way for them, as we suspected. So over the advantage line. I just wonder whether the Wellington defence hung off because they're expecting something on the outside. But gee, look, that's Umaga and Co, and he just ploughed straight through the middle of them. This is a great angle.
See, Donald,
Smithy.
yeah, Donald went right, and he drew a couple of defenders that way, and then Leonard went left off the pass from Messam. So it was a brilliantly worked move. In fact, they were very animated, Waikato, about cooking something up, and I think they completely confused Wellington.
Diversion is made. 34 points to 19. A 15-point advantage with only 8.5 minutes left.
Yeah, but look at this. This is still through Soialo and Umaga. Two of the best in the business. Well, Collins overran it. Well, maybe Soialo did too. That's great strength from the little van.
Gopeth with the restart. Waikato with one hand on the trophy. As Anisi puts his head down. Hasn't been much of a night for the outside backs. As the kick is made. Jane now playing at fullback. And drops the little kick in. Leonard waits. Jane has to wait for him. Then he holds him up off the ground. That's clever stuff.
Leave it red.
And Wellington should be able to get this.
Leave it tall.
Very messy. Now it pops back.
Leave it red.
Luke Marnie had to tidy up. Now Matthewson away for Andrews. Here goes Marceau. He's got some good pace, and he turned it off into Nonu. Now Nonu should be able to score from here, Nonu, and he does so. Nobody laid a hand on him.
Well, again, I kind of wondered whether, I think it was Donald back there. I don't think he was too keen to tackle him.
He had no price straight there.
I don't blame him.
No price. But Marceau made the break, didn't he? And then he freed that left arm all over here.
Yeah, it didn't take much for Donald to bite a stutter step.
Well, it was a beautiful offload by Marceau. And Wellington keep themselves in the hunt. Gopeth. Just shaves the posts. It's a 10-point margin, 34 to 24.
Yeah, well, this is well done, wasn't it? Freed the arms. Nonu and Broken play the rush defence. Well, it was out of play in that move. Waikato at the kickoff. You'd think they'd want to go short. I don't know. Haven't done a lot of that tonight.
The kickoff made by Hill. Down to Matthewson. Here's Jerry Collins again. Back it goes for Gopeth. Wellington not interested in firing it inside their own 22 just yet, but only 6 minutes left.
You wonder about that option, you really do, don't you? Because the last thing they need to do is give the ball away. They've got to score twice.
Yeah, well, they've got to attack this line out, and Filippo's the only guy who's looking like he wants to.
Dragged down by Gibbs. Waikato will hang on to this as long as they possibly can.
Go hind feet there, eh? Well done.
Happy to just kill off the clock. Bates. Now Holler. Spun nicely out of a couple. That's good work from Marty Holler, and he lays it back. Now John Gibbs.
Leave it on the ground. Stay there, mate.
Nothing expansive here from Waikato, and why should there be? As Bates ploughs his way through a couple. Brendan Leonard waits. Now they move it. Good work from Hill.
Advantage.
Playing advantage.
Over the ball with his arms. Another advantage offside.
He's got a couple of advantages here. Only one to apply, no doubt. Now Waikato must kick for goal here, surely. What do you reckon, Drakey?
Well, I would. We don't know, though.
I reckon if no one else wants to, Jono will.
Yeah. Again, the inside channel, Smithy Hill, he went up the middle, and I think it was Gopper who fell off again. So they've really utilised that.
Marty Holler, big game, Drakey.
Yeah. Well, he's been so accurate, hasn't he? Don't know how many penalties he's conceded. It wouldn't have been a lot, I wouldn't have thought, tonight. And he's done so much damage, both when he's been in defence, but also when he's had the ball in hand.
It's a personal milestone here, possibly for David Hill, who's heading off at the end of this season to Bristol.
That could go from here, Wisey Deeks.
Another lovely kick. 37 points to 24. 3 minutes remaining. And Waikato have more than one hand on the trophy now. The kickoff is made to Sivivatu. Freed it up to Robinson. Another towering game. Almost had the ball stolen off him that time. Now working it down the blind side. Getting very close to that touchline, but in fact they're in to touch. Wellington throw it.
2 and 2. We'll have the line out.
And it's a conventional line-out call.
Come down off it, please, Paul.
Well, they've been consistently the best team all season, Waikato. They've had one loss. They avenged that. And it looks like they're going to rightly take the Air New Zealand Cup.
Yeah, well, Warren Gatlin said before the game that this team's improved throughout the season. That's what he was most proud of. He'll be pretty proud of this effort too. Last year they were pretty average, Waikato, but they've adapted to what he's wanted to do. Brought in some new players, and it certainly paid off.
The line-out throw goes straight to Filippo. Here's Gopeth having a go. Lays it back. Marsoe.
Leave it now, you're off your feet, well done.
Matthewson. Collins. Rolling up towards the halfway line. And it's against Waikato.
Yeah, Messam again.
Here's the mark, you're on it.
Wanted to turn it over too much.
Soialo takes it. Heads off down towards the 10-metre line. Lays it for Matthewson. Marsoe once more. Wellington looking for a consolation try towards the end of this, and Collins gets into the clear. Turns it back inside to Perenisi. And they're going to move blindside with Andrews.
Leave it red.
Staunch defence as it has been all season. He's got another penalty
Not
here.
bound. You're not bound.
Taken again by Matthewson. Collins would like it. Mathewson slips out of one tackle. Now it's So'oialo. Here goes Umaga. And how fitting is that? As the captain dots down behind the post. Too little, too late, but a try nonetheless.
Yeah, he might have got a poke in the eye on the way through, I'm not sure, but just typical Umaga against the current. Chops on the inside. You'd wonder if the Waikato defence was as desperate as it should have been. So they rush up. Gibbs is gone. Well, 1-2 tackles missed. Well, it's a 79th minute try, really.
Waikato desperate not to kick off.
It's all over.
Kick it.
If we kick it out on the full,
Yeah.
is it game over?
No, kick it.
Is it game
No,
over?
no. Kick it.
They've got to kick
Kick
it
it.
off. They're not sure what to do. Stephen Bates says if we kick it out on the full, does that mean the game is over? And there goes the siren. So Wellington will run this for all they're worth. Just out from the 22. 6-point ball game. All tied up in there. I don't think it'll come out of there either.
Stay.
Waikato have got this.
Leave it.
It's going to be kicked into touch. And the Air New Zealand Cup goes to Waikato.
Well, there's Wellington. They're dejected. I think they left a wee bit behind. Waikato take the honours tonight.
Okay, let's go down to Captain Stephen Bates with Ian Smith.
Well, Stephen, you're just taking a moment for yourself. Obviously, this is very special for you in front of this huge crowd.
Yeah, I mean, look at the crowd. Apart for them, but a lot for us tonight. We're over the moon.
You've only lost one this season, and I guess this is the culmination of magnificent all-round effort.
Yeah, mate, we don't have the most flashy players in the world, but we work for ourselves, and with a crowd like this, how can you not be inspired?
How hard a week has it been? You guys were all here nice and early. It was almost as if you were ready to start some time ago.
Yeah, mate, we've been building, slowly throughout the season, and I don't really know what to say. I'm over the moon, mate.
You got the likes of Keith Robinson back at a crucial stage of the season. You say goodbye to the odd bloke tonight, but generally speaking, the jubilation was very, very obvious.
Yeah, it is. It's massive to have guys like that back. Also, guys like Robbo, great to have him back. Hilly and Hans leaving us tonight, but way to send them off.
You're going to have a great night in this town tonight. We'll leave you to it, eh?
That's a great town to win, and thank you, crowd.
Yes, he's had an outstanding season too, Stephen Bates. Very much led from the front. And now let's hear from Tana Umaga with Smithy.
Tana, you came with a very hard mission to try and nail this crowd as well as this very fine side. Couldn't quite do it.
No, they were too good for us today. What can you say? They beat us physically all over the place. But, we're going to try and take some good things home. And we showed that we can still play for 80 minutes. But we just went up for it. They're just too good for us today.
No doubt the best two sides made it through. You had a slow start to the season built to this performance tonight. Perhaps they didn't let you play to your strengths. They never let you really get it out wide often enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they played to their pattern very well. They're a very clinical side, and they showed that today. And we just weren't good enough to get past it today. But I'd just like to thank all our supporters that came round. And, it's just been a great time.
You'll be back for more.
I don't know.
We'll see. Good on you, mate. Cheers.
Well, I reckon he might be. He's got 95 games. I reckon he might want to bring up 100 at some point. But a big night, a big night for the likes of John O'Gibbs He's been in a losing final before, along with Keith Robinson, and they get their reward tonight. As we said before, Drakey, the most consistent side in the competition, and they've been rewarded.
Yeah, and it's been a long time between drinks for some of these guys. You can really see it means a lot to them. There's Robinson. Well, he's been around a long time. There's Toby Lindsay. He's a young bloke just starting, and it means so much to them. A very proud union, proud team that succeeded. Lockie Crichton, there he is. Couldn't get on the track tonight. You can just feel it, how important it is for them, and you just wonder if they think that this is the start of something special for this union.
It's celebration time in Hamilton as Waikato take the inaugural Air New Zealand Cup. The scene as the final whistle blew. Waikato the winners in the final, 37 points to 31.
It is time now for the presentation of the Air New Zealand Cup for 2006. And wow, what a way to celebrate its first ever final. Before we start Waikato Stadium, please, one more round of applause for Wellington and Waikato, and what a wonderful match. I'd now like to take this time to introduce the dignitaries for this evening's presentations. We have John Graham, President of the New Zealand Rugby Union, and Norm Thompson, representing Air New Zealand. I'd now like to call on Tana Umaga, Captain of the Wellington Lions, to come forward, receive his medals, and introduce his side.
Obviously, it's great to be here, but on the night, Waikato were just too good for us in front of a great crowd. And but I'd also like to thank all those that travelled far and wide from Wellington and all over the place to support us. Thank you very much. It's been an up and down year, but you know we got there at the end. Just couldn't jump that final hurdle. Finally, to thank our sponsors and everyone. And you know, I got a cowbell last time. I was wondering if I could get a chainsaw this time. I've got a few trees to knock down next at home. Thank you very much. Could I invite the Wellington Lions to come up, please? First of all, weighing in 110 pounds, Jerry Collins. Ben Herring. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Shadow. John Schwager. Conrad Smith. Luke Marnie. Jimmy Gopeth, Anthony Peronisi, Shannon Paku, Lome Fato, Jeremy Thrush, Ross Filippo, Martin Nikora, Corey Jane, Albie Mathewson, Mo Schwager, Rodney Soyalo, Chris Marsoy, Scots Deluxe, Nonu. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that. Congratulations to Tana Umaga. I would now like to call on the match officials for this evening. receive their medals and congratulate them on a job well done. The referee, Bryce Lawrence. The two touch judges, Calvin Deeker, Gary Wise. And the TMO for this evening's game, Keith Brown. Well done, guys. Okay, I'd now like to call on Norm Thompson, representing Air New Zealand, to come forward and say a few words.
Thanks, Ian. Kia ora, Waikato, kia ora, New Zealand. What a fantastic final. 13 weeks ago, we started with 14 teams, and we came tonight with got to be one of the greatest finals in New Zealand rugby. Full credit to the Wellington side. Tana and your team played an awesome season, didn't quite get there in the end. Congratulations to Waikato. Just a fantastic season. You truly are a great team and been well supported here tonight by a sellout crowd. The fans have been awesome. Great to have you along. Congratulations, Waikato. Thank you to all the fans back home. A big thank you to the officials, to the New Zealand Rugby Union, and to everybody that supported the Air New Zealand Cup in its first year. Thank you.
Well done, Norm. Okay, Waikato Stadium, you are now the 2006 Air New Zealand Cup champions. It is my great pleasure to call up your captain, Stephen Bates, to come forward, say a few words, and receive his medal.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'd like to give yourself a round of applause for turning up tonight. We've got the best supporters in the country. Thanks for coming. So many people to thank, and first I'd like to thank Tana. I can't see it, but Tana and your men, thank you very much. You know, as the scoreline says, you know, you're right in it to the end, and made not only us but the crowd held our breath. So thank you very much for a great game. Probably so many people I'd like to thank, and including all the lads, and obviously, but a special mention to Gary, Geddy and Hanksy. After last year, we had a very tough year, and them along with our sponsors sat down and they created a plan for us, and the plan has come true, and we're up with that. While I'm on the subject, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Vodafone, Waikato Draft, Union, Sky City, and also the Breeze radio station. And last of all, before we get the cup, I'd just like to thank the loyal fans for coming along week in, week out. Thank you very much. Just, I'll call the boys up one at a time. He need no introduction, but Nathan White. Just keep going. Secondly, we have the one and only Marty Holler. Tom Willis. Sitavini Sitavatu. Dwayne Sweeney. The one and only Jono Gibbs. Roy Kini Lau. Liam Messon. To our coaching staff, our scrum coach, Craig Stevenson. Tony Hanks, Warren Gatlin, and the man with a vision, Glenn Ross.
Well done to the Waikato team. It is now my great honour to ask both John Graham and Norm Thompson to hand over the symbol of provincial supremacy in New Zealand to Stephen Bates and the Waikato team. Well, that concludes the official presentations. Well done to both sides once again for an entertaining match. To the supporters for both Wellington and Waikato, you played your part. Time to celebrate. Enjoy the night.